Sairam, dear listeners, and welcome to a very special conversation with the very talented, creative person, Mrs. Mamata Shankar, who comes from a very illustrious family where she grew up at this unique intersection of painting, art, drama, music, dance, and inherited her DNA from not only her parents but the environment in which she grew up. And along with all the blessings that she was born into, she is also blessed to have been drawn to the avatar of the Kali age, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. So it gives me great honor to welcome Mrs. Mamata Shankar to Radio Sai. Sairam Mamata ji.
Sairam.
It's wonderful to have you finally. Very few people realize that you're such an ardent devotee. When I visited your website, what pleasantly surprised me was every single page had a picture of Swami blessing and Om Sai Ram on it.
I mean, I can't think of anything without Swami. Absolutely.
I can see that.
I can't take one step. So everything is Swami. Whatever I'm doing or thinking or whatever has happened, it's because of Swami.
So then when did he enter the picture? How, under what circumstances did he come into your life?
Actually, to say, when I got married in 1978, when I went to my in-laws' house, I saw Baba's picture, but I was never interested. And my father-in-law had come here in 1975 when nothing was there, it was absolutely. So he had come here, but I never questioned him. Neither we talked about him. But the picture used to hang on the wall, and I was not aware of it really. And then in 1983, my sister-in-law's mother-in-law, she was a devotee of Baba. She was absolutely, totally it was, Baba for her. And I was going through, or rather we were going through a rough period. And I had a terrible backache and I was suffering a lot. And in 1983, we had just returned from a tour of abroad, and my sister-in-law's mother-in-law, I used to call her Monima, she gave me a photograph of Baba. And before that, I used to go to Kali temple, and just to offer puja. She gave me a picture of Baba and said that, just take it. So I said, I don't know how to, offer puja or anything to Baba, I don't know the custom. So she said, you don't have to do anything, just keep the picture. And really after that, things started changing for better. And it was one day, my mother, in my family, my mother was absolutely a non-believer. He didn't believe in Baba.
Your mom?
My mom.
Mrs. Amla Shankar.
She was absolutely, totally against Sai Baba.
Why? Did she have communist leanings?
No. She's very spiritual. But she just didn't believe in Baba, because, we had heard so much about the miracles and materialization of things, so somehow she didn't believe in this. Anyway, but I was at her place because where we were staying, it didn't have a lift. So my mother's place, it had a lift. So with my back pain, it was so severe that I was staying with her. And it was one day that was in, I don't know which time of the day it was. The pain was so bad that, I never offered puja to Baba. It was just, the picture was kept in my altar and that's it. And I was just getting up with the support of the dressing table and the bed. And as I got up, from inside, in Bengali, it just came out, Ami ar pachhi na Baba. I said,
Meaning?
I can't bear it anymore,
Oh,
Baba.
I see.
And the picture, somehow, the picture which was given to me, that just saw that picture, Swami standing. And that was it. And before that, I had gone through all treatment, all possible treatments. I mean, like starting from, everything. Nothing helped.
When you say you saw the picture standing, what did you mean by that?
The picture,
Yeah.
the picture which was given to me
Right.
by my sister-in-law's mother-in-law, that picture came into my, vision.
Oh, I see.
So it just, because the picture was not in front of me because I was staying with my mother.
Oh, I see.
But just that thing came out from inside me that I can't bear it anymore, Baba, the pain. Can't bear it anymore, Baba. That was the first time Baba came out from my mouth. And I saw that picture which was given to me. That picture. But at that time also I didn't realize. But from that day onwards, the pain just vanished. It just, I don't know how. At that time I didn't know how. Now I know how. But at that time I didn't know how. And it's not there anymore. So I'm not supposed to sit on the floor. I'm not supposed to sit on low stools. But when I come to Baba, I sit on the floor because I believe it's he who did the miracle and the pain is gone. So I sit here. And that's how it all started. But at that time also, I was not absolutely, I believed in Baba. I believed in God. And my mother is also very spiritual, but she didn't believe in Baba. So it was in 1997 that just out of the blue, someone came to Ma, a ticket reached Ma, and I really don't know who came. Someone came from Puttaparthi asking her to give a program for Baba's birthday.
Oh.
Just imagine. And at that time, my mother was not performing so much as we were doing. We have a troupe, a dance troupe, and my sister-in-law Tanushri and my brother Anand Shankar, they had a troupe. So we were more active than Ma at that time. But, none of us were called. It was Ma who was called.
The disbelieving mom.
Absolutely. She was picked up from there. And then it was how it started. Like I had an operation and Ma came, and Ma had seen Baba before that. My aunts, they brought her to Puttaparthi once, and they said, when you look at Baba, you just get, immediately you become a devotee. And Ma had seen Baba, and Ma said, nothing happened to me. I thought he was just, an ordinary person. So nothing happened to me. But this time, in 1997, when she came to Puttaparthi, and I had an operation, and I had a severe pain in my, the place of my operation. So I couldn't stand straight. I used to sort of stoop. And at that time, we were supposed to go to West Indies with our troupe to perform. So every day I used to conduct the rehearsal. I had to wear a belt and I couldn't stand straight. So that was the day my mother had reached Puttaparthi. And my mother, she said, she called me and she said that Momo, I can't tell you, Momo, that's my nickname. Momo, I can't tell you what I saw. She was absolutely, totally a different person from what she was. And she was, maybe that was the right time for her. So she said, completely, I don't know what happened. I won't be able to explain it, but something happened. So I said that, Ma, please, if you meet, at that time I didn't know Baba was God or anything. I thought he was like a sadhu, So I said, Ma, if you meet Baba, just tell him that I'm having this pain, So now I feel that it's so stupid of me, asking for small, small things. I said, Ma, please ask Baba that I'm having this pain. So, so Ma said, yes, okay, I'll meet him tomorrow morning. I'll ask. Next day morning when I got up straight. There was no pain. I didn't have to wear the belt. The pain was gone. So then Ma called me and Ma said, I had asked Baba that, my daughter is having this pain. So Baba said that I have already blessed her.
And you were in Calcutta at that
I
time.
was in Shantiniketan. I was in Calcutta, Bengal. And she was in Puttaparthi. And Baba had told her that I have already blessed her. And I told Ma that, since this morning, this is the first time after the operation I'm not having this pain and the pain is gone. And she said, Baba told me that he has already blessed you. So these small things started happening.
But may I ask what it was that made your mom change her mind so quickly?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did she have a chance to speak with him?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, very first chance. And at that time, that was the first time sort of spoke to him. Had, Baba called her for an interview and said many things. So my mother said, Baba, I don't do jap or tap or anything. So Baba said that your work is your sadhana. You don't have to do anything. Your work is your sadhana. Just do that. So that
What
was
a talented and creative mother you had.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And so that's how it sort of, the ball started rolling.
Yes.
And after that, in 97, in November, that was Baba's birthday, for which Ma was called. With her troop. So we also came, my husband, myself, and just both of us and the whole big troop and Ma. So at that time, Baba spoke to me many times. He looked at me many times, but I didn't know, I thought, it was very common, like talking, and I didn't know the importance of looking and talking to Baba. At that time, I didn't know anything about Baba. But whenever he looked at me, I felt that everything inside me just stopped. My breath, my blood circulation, my heartbeat, everything just stopped. It was so powerful. And he spoke to me. He was asking me how many members are there in the troop and, all these sort of things. So we were all 27 members were called for an interview. And Baba was sitting there very relaxed and asking each and everyone, what is your problem? What do you want to ask? What is your... And none of us could say anything. And just before that, once I start talking, I, go back again. So many things are there, but I won't go into those details. So Baba just, and just as I said, that I had been to West Indies, and there every second person is a follower of Baba, devotee of Baba. So it was Baba everywhere there. And I also went to a bhajan there and at that time my brother was very sick. So I wanted to pray for him. So I went to that bhajan. And after coming back, I saw Shirdi Baba's photo and Baba's photograph. And I didn't know whom to sort of worship. I knew nothing about Baba. So we were all sitting there, and Baba was asking and materializing so many things, giving each and every one. So I just, first thing he told me, he was sitting there and he was looking at me and he said that we all say, I want peace, I want peace. We all say that. But what is it? I is ego. Want is desire. Just take out these two, peace is there. So just, you have to remove these two, I, ego, and want, desire. Automatically peace will be there. So that touched me. The second thing, what he said, because I'm a very God-loving person, but I'm not a very ritualistic, I'm not a very religious person. I don't, I can't, because the whole day, it shouldn't be an excuse, but I really can't sort of give so much time for puja and all. But I have a very intimate sort of relationship with Baba. And sometimes, because Baba says duty comes first. So sometimes, everybody's waiting for me at the dinner table. And I'll say, Baba, I'll come to you later. First I have to make them happy. So it's on that level. So that was, again, Baba motivated me for that. Baba said, I don't know why he said that. He said, if you can hear the temple bell ringing and you're doing some household chore, don't think that, oh, I'm doing this, I'm wiping the floor, I can't go to the temple. Don't think of that. Whatever you're doing it for God. You're cleansing your soul. You're cleansing a mandir. When you're cutting vegetables, everybody knows about it. You're cutting your ego. You're boiling your ego. And you're preparing food for God. So whatever you do, it should be like worship. So you need not go to a temple to sort of offer, your reverence or whatever. You can sit at home, do whatever you want to do, but just think of God. It's God's work you're doing. So now I take it exactly as that, and maybe that was, that which sort of motivated me, that, I'm doing my duty. I'm not doing it. Baba is making me do. And whatever I've done, it's Baba who did it. Baba who is doing it through me. And another thing and what I found was, whenever I think that, oh my God, I have to do this, I have to, I have to meet such and such person, I have this interview or this, and I have a shoot or I have a program. How am I going to manage all this? It's like a big bundle of knots, like I don't know where to start from. One day it really happened like that, and I really didn't know where to start from. And I got so fed up, I said, Baba, I just leave it to you. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I have to do so many things. You take care of everything. Immediately, I don't know where from. This is absolutely a miraculous story. I was in Calcutta, and somebody, it was Bhai Duj, when you put this, we call it Bhai Phota for brothers, It was a Bhai Dooj. So one of my brothers had come from Jamshedpur to take this bindi. Somebody in the film, a very well-known actor died on that very day. So I had to go to the funeral. Then I had to, that was the last day of doing, pranam to Mr. Satyajit Ray and his wife, his Vijay Rai, the director, great director of in Bengali film, Satyajit Ray, his wife. So that was the only day I had to go and do pranam. The last day, we have this after Dasera, we have to go to houses and offer sweets and do pranam. And there was an interview which was to take place. So many things. And one, I don't remember, so many other things were there. So it was so difficult. And suddenly this death. So my husband said, Momo, I think, being in the films, like in this profession, you should go to the funeral. So I was in two minds, I didn't know what to do because my brother had come all the way from Jamshedpur and now I had to go to the funeral. What would he do alone, sitting at home? So I just, I said, Baba, what should I do? I mean, what do I do? So as if, I felt from inside me that it's more important that I attend my brother because he has come and someone has gone. It's only his body which is lying there. So if I go, yes, TV people will be there, the cameras and all. It'll be more of a sort of show off, that I have been to the funeral than really sort of paying my homage or my condolence. So I told my husband that I'll go later and meet their family, which would be more fruitful. And I'll let me see. I'll just relax with my brother. I did that. But the next day, it was, not the next day, the same day, it was piling up, the work. So I just sat in front of Baba's picture and I said, Baba, just, do whatever you feel like doing. Just, I leave it to you. And you won't believe, my phone rang. There was a message telling that, saying that just, I'll do everything for you. I don't know who had sent that message. I'll do everything for you. You don't have to do anything. Just do your duty. Just, be calm. The rest will be taken care of. That message came and I had treasured that message with that phone, got stolen. So I've lost that message. But I could never, till date, I don't know who had sent the message because I tried to ring up that number. That number did not exist. I don't know where from the message came. And it was just at that time when I had surrendered.
And what you needed to hear.
Absolutely. And then I gave, I finished the ceremony.
For your brother?
For my brother. Then I had to go to the doctor also. I had an appointment. I went to the doctor. While coming back, there was this interview which was, there. And I said, oh my God, there was terrible traffic jam. Now what do I do? They'll be waiting for me. So I said, oh my God, now. Suddenly I get a phone call. Those people are ringing me up saying that we are caught in a terrible traffic jam, Didi. We can't come now because we'll be late. I said, "Oh my God, thank you so much," because I'm also held up in a traffic jam, and I was, but I didn't have their number. So, that got solved. Now, when I was coming back, I found that house, because the wife was there.
Satyajit Ray's.
No, the other house who died.
Oh, the film actor who
The film
passed away.
actor who passed away. I met his wife because she was at home. I met his wife, his daughter. Had a lovely time there. It was much better than going to the, funeral. So I spoke to them. We had a lovely time. And then I was going to Satyajit Ray's house. Now, going from there to Satyajit Ray's house, there's no sweet shop. So there was only cakes and, bakeries and cakes. So, and for Vijaya Dasami, for Dasera, you don't take cakes and, it's not Christmas. So you have to take Indian sweet. Suddenly my driver told me, "Didi, गाड़ी में एक मिठाई का हंडी है." My husband had, come from Shanti Niketan. So there's a very special sweet called Langcha. He had brought that. I don't know how everything was kept in the fridge. Only that
Pot of sweets.
pot of sweet was in the car. And that was a very special sweet. As if Baba arranged everything for me. I didn't have to think about it. The sweet was there. I took the sweet. I did pranam to Mrs. Ray. Everything was solved. And, so that now I feel that when I do surrender, I not only finish my duties, I do much more. Baba makes me do much more than what I had thought I would do. So, for each things, and, there were time, like when he really sort of, he was very, 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 very stern, and, I could feel that he was trying to break my ego, just, like lashing me. It was like whip. It was, it was a great, again, and lovely incident. I had come again with my mother. We used to come very often. And every time Baba spoke to us, he gave interviews, and, we had personal, like meetings. So it was so nice. He thoroughly spoilt us. And so it was, after the interview, we just came out, and Baba used to give vibhuti, First he used to materialize vibhuti as you enter, and then, from the bag you used to give. So while, after the interview finished, we was all sitting together, many other people were also there. So he was in the corner of a room, and he looked at me and he said, "Bring your eldest son to me. I have to fix his mind." So I said, "Okay, Baba." So, and he gave us vibhuti, and then 4 of us, my husband, myself, my 2 sons, just the 4 of us, we came to Puttaparthi. And this was the first time I was coming without Ma, because every time Ma was there. And Baba loved Ma, absolutely, like very fond of Ma. And so this was the first time I was coming without Ma. And we had asked a friend to book a house inside the ashram. So she said that we have booked Shanti Bhavan. So I said, wow, like Shanti Bhavan,
So
you're
VIP
staying
guest
VIP
house.
guest house. So, like unknowingly, how your ego sort of inflates. So I said, oh, nice, So 4 of us were coming. It was quite late at night when we reached, and the gate opened, and we said, we have accommodation at Shanti Bhavan, it's booked. So the gate opened, Gopuram gate, and we entered, went straight to Shanti Bhavan, and we took out our luggage. We came, and I said, I'm Mamata Shankar, and somewhere, I was feeling a little proud, like for the first time I'm coming with my family on my own. These sort of feelings were sort of coming up, but I didn't know. But I was happy. So I said, Mamata Shankar. So they went through the register book, Mamata Shankar, Mamata Shankar, Mamata Shankar. Sairam, your name is not here. I said, it can't be, because the room, I was told that the room is booked. Oh, Sairam. So I said, could you please ask someone? I think Mr. Chakravarti was in charge of Shanti Bhavan that time. I said, could you ask? Amma, he is sleeping now. It's very late. I said, but what do I do? So they called Mr. Chakravarti. Poor man, he got up, he put his glasses, and he said, what? I said, we had booked our room in Shanti Bhavan, but name is not there. So he came, it was very nice of him, he came, and he was going through it again. He said, no, Sairam, your name is not here. So, I felt, oh my God, what is happening? So I said, I'm Mamata Shankar, oh, now I feel so bad saying this. I'm Mamata Shankar. So, might be. So then I said, now I have to take Ma's name. So I said, I'm Amla Shankar's daughter. I have goose pimples, I said, Amla Shankar's daughter. That was a first whip, So I said, you can be Amla Shankar's daughter, but here Swami does everything. If your name is not there, Amma, you have to go out. And there was this picture of Baba, standing, straight. I looked at the picture and it had a very stern look. As if Baba was just telling me, just get out of here. Just out. So I asked Mr. Chakravarti that where do I go? Said, you have to go outside the ashram. Here we can't do, at this time of the hour, we can't do anything. So you have to go out. And my husband, my 2 sons, they were just standing there. And all my power just, went in vain. So we took the suitcases again, put them in the car, and went. And at the gate, they asked, what happened? So I had to tell them. That was the second whip, third whip. First to get out of the ashram, the third whip, they asked me. I said, no, there's no accommodation there. So the gate closed at the back. And the car went little further and it made some noise and it broke down.
Oh dear God.
And it was absolutely, the whole place was barren. Absolutely nobody was there. It was quite late. Suddenly, we didn't know. Absolutely, Baba sort of, stopped everything. It was like absolutely a standstill position. And we couldn't do anything. So then there was one boy. So my husband said, let me go and see if there's any hotel room there. So he went. So this car driver said, okay, Ma, give me 1600. I said, but you said 1200. Now you're asking, no, you have to give me 1600. I said, Baba, what are you doing? One after the other, Now the car broke down and Nobody's there, and now he's asking for 16, from 1200 to 1600 rupees. This was long back I'm talking about. So I said, but you said, and then, I felt like crying. I almost broke down. I said, Baba, why is this happening? I mean, what have I done? And suddenly there was like a bulb, it just lit. And it just struck me, is it because of my ego that first time I'm coming without Ma? And I was thinking that, I'm, without Amla Shankar also, I'll get the VIP treatment. I'm Mamata Shankar. Was it, Baba, was it because of that? You won't believe, Karunaji. Suddenly I got a bang from the back, here. First I thought my husband has a habit of doing this. He just pats on both the shoulders. I just looked, and there was a white dog. It was a stray dog. It was not white, it was cream. It was a beautiful cream colored dog. It just, from the back, you have that Baba's, white robed picture with both hands. Just did this, got down and went away. If it was any other dog, it would have wagged his tail and, sniffed me, or, would have just gone round. And this dog just did that and went away. Immediately, the car driver said, okay, give me 1200. And they came back, my husband came back, said, Momo, there's a beautiful room. So everything started falling in place. As soon as I realized what blunder I have, made, like just my ego was, had come in front of me. It was my ego which caused me all this pain. And then everything went away. Everything fell into place. But whole night I couldn't sleep. I said, Baba, I just cried and cried. I said, Baba, please don't send me far away. Just call me. I mean, like, I know what I've done. It's my mistake. Baba, please, now I understand. And in the morning, so 3 of them went on the other side, and I'm used to entering the VIP gate every time. So when I forgot and I entered the VIP gate, said, no, Ma, you have to go. I said, but I'm so, like I've always entered that gate. So I said, can I meet Shauri auntie? So they said, who doesn't know Shauri, Mrs. Shauri? But they said, who, Shauri? Who is she talking about? As if they didn't know who Mrs. Shauri was. So immediately again, dimag ka batti, like it just struck me. Oh, why are you asking for VIP treatment again? So I said, no, it's okay. So I went at the back, sat in the coupon, where everybody sits, with coupons. I took a coupon, and I was sitting there. And then suddenly in the row, people started recognizing me and said, why are you sitting here? You should go from that gate. I said, no, it's okay. I'll sit here and I'll go. You won't believe how things started changing again. Then when my turn came, I was going. Suddenly, I haven't seen those ladies. They recognized me and they said, why are you here? You should enter from that gate. Come. As if Baba absolutely pulled me. That you have realized now. I'll pull you back again to your position. He made me sit where he enters, that place. And I was crying. And from that day onwards, said, that is the biggest enemy, ego, really.